How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for checking out this video. It seriously means the absolute world to me. My name is Ash. I am the owner of the Unorthodox Strength Society. This video series is all about trying to help as many people as I possibly can. I've had many years experience within the fitness world. I've learned many lessons off my own experience, as well as being mentored by some incredible people within the fitness world. And I want to help as many of you as humanly possible. I have been an athlete, I've been a competitor my entire life, and I truly adore it. And there are many lessons that I've learned along the way. So, full disclosure though, this video is the first video of the series and it didn't come out how I wanted it to. There were a few areas that didn't go right, and that's absolutely fine. I wanted to release it. It is essentially like a pilot episode, and the next one is definitely going to be a step up. I'm really excited. I've already started work on it, and it's definitely an exciting time for me. So if you guys have any form of questions that you may have that you think would be really beneficial for yourselves, and it would also suit a long form type post, please comment below and I'll happily create any content around it. If you have any fitness related questions, send them in on a comment below, and I can also answer them on my Instagram as well, because every other day I do a Q&A, which is a question sent in by one of my followers. So thank you for your time. I really do hope you enjoy this, and I promise you the next video is definitely going to be stepped up. But anyway, welcome to the Unorthodox Strength Society.
Do you want to develop a strong, resilient lower body, looking to improve your overall conditioning to help you recover from those long, hard, heavy sessions? Well, look no further. Sleds are one of the most versatile pieces of equipment that every athlete should have. And sled drags are not only simple, easy to learn movements, but they have a huge amount of health and performance benefits. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the incredible world of sled dragging. I first learned about the benefits of sled dragging was when I actually read the Westside Book of Methods for the first time. I instantly went onto Google, bought a cheap sled, and I still use it to this day. As soon as it arrived, I went out and started to experiment, and I'll be honest with you guys, I fell in love. And since then, they have become a staple within my programming. The great thing is, the variety of exercises that you can do with a sled makes it a really cost-effective piece of equipment. But today, we're going to be focusing on the lower body. The foundations of a skyscraper need to be strong, so think of your body in the same way. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 variations: the reverse sled drag, the forward march, and the lateral march. So let's talk about the muscles worked with each variation. So let's take the reverse sled for example. This predominantly focuses on the quadricep and the anterior hip muscles. The forward march works on the hamstrings, glutes and hips. And finally, the lateral march has a heavy focus on the hips and glutes. Is that all making sense? Now, obviously, it's important to understand that during these movements, other muscle groups will be in action. But the main focus and areas are the ones that we have spoken about, and there are a few form-based notes to keep in mind when you are performing these movements. Lagging muscle groups are the bane of our lives, and I think we can all agree on that. And injury prevention should always be at the forefront of our minds. Remember, we're in this game for long term, so we need to look after our bodies. The variation that you will choose will be based upon your weaknesses. So if your posterior chain is lagging, for most people this is extremely common, the forward march will be the staple of your sled dragging. If your quads are weak, then you need to focus on your reverse sled, and if you're having issues with your glutes, then the lateral march will definitely be a staple within your program. The general form of sled dragging is very similar to one another. For the forward march, we need to make sure that we are emphasizing that we are walking on the heel of our foot. That's where we want to place the load. On the reverse sled drag, we are obviously doing the opposite. So we want to go toe to heel. And then with the lateral marches, we want to make sure that we have a nice upright torso. Obviously, you want to do that with the other ones as well, but you want to make sure that the load is being placed throughout the foot when you're on the lateral motion. Slightly soft knees must be kept for every single variation. We want there to be continuous tension on the muscle group. We do not want to be locking out our knees. Also, don't be afraid of changing how you complete your sets. You might do short steps one set, and then you might do longer, wider steps the next one. I really enjoy this. It makes the sessions much more varied. It changes each set, and especially if you're doing high volume, It can get boring at times, so it's nice to change things up between sets to sets. Just make sure you jot down what you have done so you can actually recap in the future. Session plan example wise, this is very much based upon the individual. As I mentioned earlier, sled drags can be completed in a vast variety of ways. Say for example, if you wanted to focus more on muscular strength, then a heavy load will be dragged for a shorter distance, say between 50 to 30 meters. And then on the other side, if muscular endurance is the focus, bringing up lagging muscle groups, or if you're wanting to improve your overall conditioning and fitness, then there isn't really a limit. Some athletes will sled drag for over a mile at a time, and it's very much down to you as the individual, your current fitness levels, what you want to do and what you can do at the time. Sleds are an inexpensive tool that have such a wide variety of usage. If my client has access to this piece of equipment, they will spend so much time utilizing it. It not only has incredible benefits to developing muscle groups, movement patterns, and overall conditioning, it can be used for many different mental toughness workouts. This, I believe, every single person should be training at least once a month. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first stage of the sled dragging world. I'm going to be doing a series of these videos because I absolutely love the sled and I really want to help as many of you guys as humanly possible. If you want to find out more information about the USS coaching system, please drop me a message. I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys, answer any questions that you have. I hope you have a fantastic day. Please stay safe out there and I'll speak to you soon.